Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, right where we left off, ready to tell King Elessar what we learned after pursuing the Corsair ships, so let's check.
We have only just arrived at Lond Cirion. Did you learn where the ships are bound?
You tell Elessar that the Corsair ships left the river and sailed south until they disappeared over the horizon. So Nakasi does make for Umbar. I was not certain that would be so. It seems she knows the value of her captive to the kindred of the coins, but something else troubles you, my friend. I can see it in your expression. You tell Elessar more briefly than it was told to you of Leafshade's account of the past few months. The king puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. Your friend Corudan leaves Beriathan, but he is in need of rescue. As it happens, we were already planning such a mission, for young Thorongil must be freed from his imprisonment as well. I feel in my heart this is the way it must be. Both of these captives are being brought to Umbar, the city of Corsairs. A small party of adventurers might infiltrate the city and rescue Thorongil and Corudan, where a larger group must surely fail. I want you to lead this small party, my friend. I know you are the right choice for this task, though it proved most dangerous. You say that Corudan's sister Sigileth intended to investigate his disappearance near Helm's Deep. I will send a message to Erkenbrand that she be found and told of these new tidings. Oh,
you will
please.
need a ship to carry you and the crew you choose to bring to Umbar.
Please, I really am dying to see the meeting of Corudan and Sigileth. Ever since we discovered Sigileth was alive during the Black Book of Mordor, which might not have been that long ago for the channel, but for me it's been a few more years. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I hope they can find Sigileth and bring her to Umbar at some point. I know I can rely on you for this, Beriathan, but you will need a ship to carry you and the crew you choose to bring to Umbar. I have already spoken with Orgolas about this, and have given the heir of Golazgil a number of things to consider, but as you will lead the expedition across the bay, you should be the one to hear what he has decided. I believe you will find him in his bedroom, somewhere upstairs. Sure thing. Oh, you're gonna give me a cloak. That's great. I do need to upgrade my gear. I'm still upgrading my gear, of course. Once again, it's been a while since I recorded the last episode. To be honest with you, I just took a short break in between the last episode and this one. Orgolas looks at you with a crestfallen expression as you arrive. Yeah, I can imagine. As I was saying, I took a short break to run some of the... well, to do the Yule Festival, basically. I figured might as well run the Yule Festival. You can get a free token that way, and in truth, I took a few characters with me. No, I did the festival with a few characters, but yeah, just a few free tokens. I thought I had the time, so why not, right? Anyway.
Someone needs to rescue Thorongil. I suppose it falls to me.
We cannot choose the times that call upon us, can we? Someone needs to rescue Thorongil, and I suppose it falls on me. I am not a warrior or a sailor, but how hard can it truly be? I have watched the men training, and I can swing a sword nearly as well as they can, and the Wave Hunter has a crew who will do the actual sailing, I trust. Orgolas chews his lower lip with worry, and you are reminded he is only 12 years old. I don't know what to do, Beriathan. I want to help, and to prove that I am strong and brave enough to do what my father would want of me, but I also know I cannot leave my mother alone. I share some of the blame for Thorongil's capture. Should I not also be responsible for helping rescue him, if such a thing might be possible? Orgolas sighs unhappily. The king asks me, what would your father tell you, but I confess that I don't know. Do you have any idea what my father Golazgil would want me to do? What would he say to me? Okay, a few moments to think. You remember Golazgil, Lord of Anfalas, as he was alive. Oh, awesome. You remember Golazgil standing in the White City before battle was joined on the Pelennor fields. unafraid of the hard times ahead, trying to remember the words of an old traveling song. You remember finding Golasgil on the Pelennor fields after the great battle, surrounded by the corpses of the orcs that ambushed him. You recalled the look on his face when he learned how many of his friends perished before the walls of Minas Tirith, but such sorrow did not keep him from marching to the Black Gate with the men of the West when his king required it. I want a picture of the memories of Golasgil, and I just don't want to risk it. I have a feeling when I finish talking to this third one, they are all gonna disappear, and I really, we don't want that, right? So you remember Golasgil at the Battle of the Black Gate as he stood face to face with the mighty Olog that would give him his mortal wound, and you recall his final words. If there is a day to come after this, he said, look to the people of Anfalas. Tell them their lord. You cannot say for certain what the Lord of Anfalas intended, for then he died, only moments before the fall of the Dark Lord Sauron and the rout of Mordor's armies. You relay his father's words to Orgolas, and Golasgil there rubs at as much on the floor with his shoe.
Last thoughts were not for himself, or for what he was about to lose?
But for the folk of Anfalas so far away? How can that be true, Beriathan? He left us behind to go to the war. If he truly cared, would he not have remained here? You remind Orgolas that his father counted his family, his son and his wife, among those people of Anfalas he sought to protect, and it was on their behalf that he followed the king to war. Orgolas sighs again. Is that what you are telling me? To be a good ruler, you have to put the needs of your people ahead of your own? Is that what it means to be the son of the Lord of Anfalas? Is that what it means to be the heir of Golasgil? But it is so difficult. Thorongil would cast all that aside and charge off to battle, hoping to achieve glory. And before today I might have done the same. But I am not a fighter, not yet. And if I were seized by Umbar as was Thorongil, what would that mean for the people of Anfalas? I have to stay here. I have to help my mother and be here for my people. My father was a great mariner and a mighty warrior, but I have not yet grown into the man he was. I must serve my people in another way. Orgolas looks at you with resolve in his eyes.
I will remain behind to help protect Anfalas and Penath Gelin from further attack by the Corsairs.
For that is the best way for me to aid my people. But the king is right that someone must sail to Umbar and rescue Thorongil if it can be done in secret. He has chosen you for this, Beriathan, but you need a ship. Orgolas stands at attention and studies you seriously. The Wave Hunter was given to me by my father, and if he had not died in service of Gondor, one day he would have taught me to be a great mariner as he was. But that was not meant to be. Instead, I give command of the Wave Hunter to you until Thorongil is returned safely to his hall. Use it well and wisely, and may the memory of Golasgil go with you, and fill the sails with wind to speed you up on your journey. When your Thorongil is rescued and the threat of the Corsair is ended, perhaps you will teach me what you have learned of sailing, and I will drive the Wave Hunter upon the great sea. But that will be in days yet to come. For now I must find how to protect the folk of Anfalas. I will one day rule, and that is a lesson I will learn from my mother. Okay, awesome. So it only dawned on me that we would be sailing with the Wave Hunter when I was reviewing the footage of the last few episodes. I don't know, I didn't realize that, but yeah, we of course need a ship to go to Umbar, and the Wave Hunter is the one that we're gonna use. We're going back to that idea of Chekhov's gun that we discussed in one of the previous episodes. When you have an element in the story, that element has to play a part, and that of course applies to the Wave Hunter as well. I'm also really glad that Orgolas took that choice by himself, and I think we'll discover why in just a moment. Let me just talk to the king in here and confirm my suspicion.
I am pleased with the decision of Orgolas.
I will not say I expected it with complete certainty, but I believe the son of Golasgil was enough like his father to arrive there after some deliberation. The folk of Anfalas will be in good hands once the Lady Marra instructs her son about what she has learned of rule. A considerable amount. But our paths must now diverge, my friend. I charge you with the rescue of Thorongil and of Corudan, and look forward to your successful return aboard the Wave Hunter. Do try not to fan anew the flames of war with Umbar, Beriathan. This must be a mission carried out in secret. Yeah, I think it has already been established. We are not in a position to wage war with Umbar yet. The fleet of Gondor is weakened, so we cannot afford that. And of course we're gonna take this one.
I suggest you add to the Wave Hunter's complement of sailors such folk as you can trust.
The Wave Hunter was harbored upriver in Penathgelin to protect it from the Corsairs during the War of the Ring. A decision that must have ranked Glasgill even as he saw the need for it. The ship's crew is likely eager to sail again, and you will need their talents and knowledge of the Bay to bring you to Umbar in secret. But your arrival at the city of the Corsairs will only be your mission's beginning, Beriathan. To that end, I suggest you add to the Wave Hunter's complement of sailors such folk as you can trust or as have a stake in the quest's successful conclusion. You will not be able to keep Nauriel away, I think, and as a Knight of the Green Hills, her combat prowess may be of use to you. Legolas and Gimli will go with you gladly, of course, and I think Cirion of Pelargir will be no less eager to sail again. His knowledge of the Bay and of the folk that dwell along these shores may prove valuable. If you believe that Corudan's sister Sigaleth will begin her search for him at Helm's Deep, the messages I have dispatched to Erkenbrand should reach her, and she will likely make her way to Gondor as soon as she can. There is another way you should add to your crew, my friend, but I advise you to watch him carefully. I speak of the Corsair Jajax. It may be helpful to have him near as you adventure in Umbar. If you can trust him, now bid farewell to the traveling company, Beriathan, for we each have our own roads to walk, and it may be some time before we see each other again. Oh boy, is this exciting! So yeah, we gotta say goodbye to King Elessar and his company. As you can see, this is a secret mission, and they of course would draw too much attention, but as you have heard, after we say our goodbyes, we'll need to start gathering our crew. And I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that a lot of those crew members are entirely optional. It's up to you if you want to have a full crew or not. I of course intend to get a full crew on Beriathan, and we'll see how that works for us, and doing all the crew quests in here and in Umbar. I don't know the specifics. I do know that the ending of the storyline will be different depending on which crew members you recruit. Well, specifically one of them. Another spoiler that I could sadly not avoid either. But, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We just need to say goodbye to all these nice people. Don't take this the wrong way, but boy, am I glad to be leaving. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
If you do encounter any members of this kindred, do not stay the killing stroke.
You are leaving us on a secret errand, Beriathan? Yored says you go to rescue young Thorongil from the kindred of the coins. No, do not seek to deny it. We both know it is true. If you do encounter any members of this kindred, do not stay the killing stroke. They need to be taught not to interfere with the rule of Gondor. You tell a father you hope to rescue Thorongil without undue bloodshed, and he snorts. I am sure that is your hope, but nothing so risky was ever accomplished without bloodshed. When it proves impossible, you will remember my words, I warrant. Yeah, boy, are you a little bit... reckless? I don't know. Ruthless, maybe.
I understand you are leaving us. Good luck to you, and to young Thorongil.
The heir of Penathgelin. I hope you're right, that the Corsairs will not harm their young captive. I would volunteer to come with you if I was not charged with maintaining the provisions for the king's traveling party. But what use could I be on such a quest? I am no fighter. But I do know food, Beriathan. The fruits of Umbar are apples, dates, figs, grapes, melons, and plums. Vegetables include beets, cabbage, eggplant, fennel, onions, and turnips. The diet of the Umbarim contains a great deal of fish and shellfish, but also beef, goat, mutton, and poultry in lesser quantities. I don't suppose that helps you at all. I will miss you, friend. Maybe it doesn't help, but it's still useful information.
Dearie me. Do take care of yourself.
I hope the things I have heard about the city of the Corsairs are untrue, for it sounds a frightful and violent place. How do corsairs behave when they are at home? I cannot even imagine. You tell Yoreth that your mission is supposed to be a secret, and she gives you a dramatic wink. My lips will remain sealed. You can count on me. She suddenly smacks her forehead with one palm. It is going to be very warm there. You will need to dress for the weather. A change of clothes may be warranted, Beriathan. Umbar, can you imagine? Don't give me ideas. I love my Citadel guard outfit, of course, but if I find a tropical outfit, I don't know. I mean, these armor pieces that we've been getting so far look very fitting, and I'm just looking for an excuse to wear them. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yoreth says you plan to sail to Umbar.
I hope you know what you're doing, Beriathan. Yoreth says you plan to sail to Umbar, and most of what I have heard of that place is frightening. The king says Sauron is gone, and I have no reason to think he's wrong about that, but Sauron was worshipped for a long time in the city of the Corsairs. Can you be certain his cult is gone? Lindor and I will do what we can to keep the king safe. I hope the crew you assemble for your mission will do the same for you.
Good fortune go with you, and may you rescue the young heir of Pinarch Geli from his captivity.
You need not take my advice, but if you have a willing ear, I might suggest that you bring my brothers with you when you assemble your crew. Elladan and Elrohir remain behind to aid the folk in Pinarch Geli for a few days, but I know that they would be happy to accompany you when they have done there what they wanted. Of course, count on it.
Leniel and I will watch out for the king on his return to Minas Tirith. You take care of yourself.
For my heart tells me you are about to be in far greater danger than the rest of us. Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I ready to go?
I may have misjudged both you and the king.
I felt certain the two of you would encourage my son Orgolas to follow in his father's footsteps, luring him away from Anfalas and into danger. But you have done the opposite. I am surprised. Oh my god, somebody leveled up? Congratulations, even though that was a little distracting. My heart goes out to Nauriel and to her husband. I hope you are able to rescue their son from the Corsairs who have stolen him away. If Galasgul were here, I know he would welcome you aboard the Wave Hunter. Indeed, he would have set sail at once, as soon as he had a course to follow. Good fortune go with you and with the crew you choose. Long have I borne resentment for my husband's ship in my heart, but now I place upon its wooden frame my most fervent hope that you will return soon and safely, with young Thorongil in tow. I hope you're right, Lady Marra.
You sail into dangerous waters, my friend. In Umbar, see beyond my head.
So this is farewell. Elessar clasps your arm and looks into your eyes. You sail into dangerous waters, Beriathan, and in Umbar you will be beyond my help. Rescue young Thorongil and Corudan and return to Gondor as soon as you may. I leave the choice of your crew to you, but I have asked my scribe Caebar to assemble some notes on folk who might be well suited for the task. Speak to him in the library of Lond Cirion and hear his suggestions. Goodbye, my friend. I will see you again, but it may be many days hence and far from here. Haste and good fortune go with you. You also take care, Elessar. I have not forgotten. The kindred has somebody among your ranks, and I don't like living like this without uncovering that conspiracy, but what else can we do?
This is really happening? When the king asked me to accompany you to Umbar, I thought he was joking.
I thought he said it in jest, but it was not so. I will do my best, Beriathan. You have shown me kindness, and I will do what I can in return. But do not ask me to stir the ship. I would fetch us up on the rocks, or on a reef, or... Oh, I feel suddenly faint.
I will be fine in a moment. Let me just breathe for a bit.
Oh boy, you're really growing on me, Caebar. Caebar rubs his eyes and steadies himself. All right, Beriathan, to business, to business. The Wave Hunter already has a complement of sailors, and they will best know how to bring us to Umbar, but you will want to fill out the crew with trusted and accomplished folk. After all, there will still be a rescue to manage once we arrive at the city of the Corsairs. King Elessar has suggested several additions to the crew, and if you deem them this enough, we can sail as soon as you have returned with them. Lady Nauriel of Penatgelin, the boon companions Legolas and Gimli, Lord Cirion of Pelargir, Corudan's sister Sigilith, and the courser Jajax. I have compiled notes on each of those, and on others who might be willing to sail with us on the Wave Hunter. Consult my notes in the book on the table there, and may it prove useful as you assemble your crew. Oh my god, yes. Oh, a sketch in there. Awesome. Really nice drawing. Oh, wow. Wow, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leaf sheet? Okay, 10. I think if you were to sail for Umbar with only one other, it would have to be Lady Nauriel. There is no way you can keep her from joining the crew of the Wave Hunter, and should you try, I believe she will swim behind the boat and deal you grievous injuries with her blade when she catches up. She is a Knight of the Green Hills, so she will be no burden on the voyage, but she is also the mother of Thorongil. That by itself will fill her with such fury that she will prove a deadly member of the crew. If anything, you may need to restrain her from doing violence upon the kindred of the coins at an inopportune moment, lest you risk further incident between Gondor and Umbar. Lady Nauriel can be found within the hall of Ost Arndír in Penatgelin. Her husband, Carandolion, is of very different temperament, and I suspect he will not be interested in joining the crew, but perhaps you can ask him. Okay. How many of these are mandatory? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them are mandatory. Lady Nauriel, Legolas and Gimli, Cirion, she who remained, Sigilith, of course, and Jajax, and all the others it seems are optional. Gonna bring them all. Why not? I understand from things you have told me that the friendship of Legolas the Elf and Gimli the Dwarf is newly bloomed, but today it seems stronger than ever and they are well nigh inseparable. I have come to know the two of them somewhat myself during our journey across King's Gondor, and I spoke to Gimli about possibly joining the crew. He said he would think about it. I saw him waiting for the lift outside Lond Cirion a few minutes ago, so perhaps he was going down to the docks. You might still catch him there, and he may know where Legolas can be found as well. Cirion, former Lord of Lebanon, greatly desires to sail again, and King Elessar has suggested that he be given the chance. He currently oversees the rebuilding of Gondor's fleet, but that task can surely be given to his son Faltharan if he does agree to join the crew of the Wave Hunter. Cirion has a great deal of experience at sea and on the water, and I have little reason to suspect he would refuse this offer. His familiarity with fighting the coursers of Umbar developed during his many years of service to Gondor may also prove of use. You will find him inside his manor in Pelargir in King's Gondor East. From things you have said, I understand that your missing friend Corudan has a sister Sigilith, and she intended to seek him wherever he might be found. He disappeared in the vicinity of Helm's Deep, which means she would likely travel there in search of him, and the king dispatched messages to Erkenbrand, who lives there. If Sigilith went that way, she is sure to be on her way now to Gondor. Would such as she dare pass the path of the dead? I understand she survived for weeks beneath the dungeons of Dol Guldur. It sounds to me as if she fears nothing. You should speak with Duin here at his home in Morlat, in the Blackroot Vale of King's Gondor West, to see if she has arrived. Oh boy, we don't need to wait for Sigilith to reunite with Corudan. That it's so exciting. And Jajax, of course. The rescue of Thorongil from the kindred of the coins will involve a dangerous voyage to the seat of power in Umbar, and it will be valuable to have someone on the Wave Hunter who is familiar with the laws and customs of that place. I understand that the courser Jajax considers you a friend, or at least not an enemy. If that is so, you should see if he will join the crew and bring to this mission his knowledge and experience. If you can trust him, that is. Jajax was last seen in Dol Amroth, I understand. You should speak with Prince Imrahil in the Palace of the Swan in King's Gondor West, to learn if his guards know where Jajax went after you met with him. Jajax did not know what happened to his brother after they escaped from Umbar, but he has likely gone in search for him, if Daxamite still lives. And all the optional crew members. Oh, Rosaran! Yeah, boy, am I taking them all. Queen Arwen's brothers are both very skilled hunters and trackers, and they each demonstrated while we toured King's Gondor with them. I think they are sure to agree to join the crew, given their friendship with King Elessar and their loyalty to Queen Arwen, their sister, but I do not know if they have ever traveled to Umbar. Their skills with bow and knife may be most valuable if such becomes necessary. I understand they remained in Pinat Gelin when we return to Lond Cirion, but someone at Ost Arndír will know where they may be found. Leafshade, awesome. I have been thinking about what you said of the Ent Leafshade. Would he be willing to join the crew of the Wave Hunter? No, even as I write these words I doubt them. Would he even want to board a ship, even one so fine as a Wave Hunter? It is made of wood after all. So perhaps Leafshade will not join the crew, but he is very well traveled. Can it be he has ever made the overland journey to Umbar even in days long past? If you consult him, he may have useful information. You may believe I have written this down simply to learn more about such creatures as Leafshade, and I cannot deny it completely, but I believe in my very bones that he may know something that will help you. Oh, okay, I think I see where this is going, because yeah, I don't see Leafshade boarding a ship. He is too big for that, but I have a feeling. Rosaran. The Swan Knights owe their allegiance to Prince Imbrahil of the Lamroth, but they serve too at the command of the King of Gondor, and I know King Elessar holds Rosaran in high esteem for both his loyalty and his martial skill. Rosaran would be a valuable member of the crew, but I cannot write his name without mentioning one complication that worries my conscience. As we traveled across King's Gondor, he spoke often of his wife, Bruidis, from whom he had been parted and greatly desired to see once again. Can we ask him to leave her again so soon? Bruidis will know where her husband can now be found, and the question should be put to him, but if he refuses, we should not pressure a different decision. I believe Bruidis can be found at Padrent in King's Gondor West. Gallingam. The King's own merchant, yeah, sure. Even as I write the name, I remember his overbearing nature and I want to cross it out. But Gallingam, for all his apparent faults, has a force of personality I cannot deny. His knowledge of provisioning and supply may be very helpful on the voyage, and few allies are as loyal as those who believe they have a great deal to gain by the successful completion of their mission. He claims to be the King's own merchant. Then let him earn it. Gallingam can be found inside his shop in Callendale, King's Gondor West. Yeah, that sounds so much fun. Gangur Farwind. You are sailing to the seat of power of the Kindred of the Coins, and that means danger. Thinking back over our journey across King's Gondor, I am reminded of the dwarf who warned us of the Kindred and their agents when we visited Furuksahar. Gangur Farwind has no reason to love the Kindred or their allies, and he also suffered on our account. I do not want to leave that debt unpaid if it may be possible. Furthermore, he may have learned something else of Holthek the Cunning that will be of use to us. I do not know where Gangur went when he departed Furuksahar, but perhaps he said something to one of the guards of the gate there, and they might point you in his direction. That is amazing. So, just to be safe, I'm gonna grab a picture of this list, because it's incredibly long, exciting nonetheless, but so long. And yeah, we need to get going. Now, the very first members we can recruit, I believe, should be Legolas and Gimli, which are already in here in Lond Cirion. But after that, yeah, I'm trying to trace my path already in my head, see where we need to go. Because, well, you see, we have a lot of people to talk to. Some of them are optional, that's true, but once again, we're doing them all. Now, when I replay this expansion with another character, I think I might do the opposite and do the bare minimum to see what kind of differences I can spot. That also sounds exciting, and I've been thinking about that. And I think the second character that I'm gonna take through Umbar will not be my other warden, but instead I will be taking my captain. He's not quite there as far as his level goes. He's still level 136, but I think we can do King's Gondor East, and that will be enough to make him ready for Umbar. So I'm thinking I will do the bare minimum with my captain. I will just pick the mandatory crew members, and then when I go with my other warden, I will mix that up a little bit to see what else can I find. I don't know, we'll see.
I know why you are here, my friend. And of course I will agree to sail with you into danger.
I hope you did not expect me to refuse, but I have set foot upon one too many boats for my liking in these past few months, Beriathan. I simply do not like them. Show me a dwarf who does, and I will be very surprised. The folk hereabouts say that the bay is generally calm. Generally. But I know that even the calmest waters can shake a boat to its very foundation. Do I say foundation? A boat has no such thing, and tosses and turns at the merest whim of the waves. Seasickness is a concern, friend. Legolas inquired on my behalf, seeking a remedy for it, and learned that a herbalist in Melgovas may prepare a suitable concoction. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Will you go there and see if it is already, and you may also ask the elf if he desires to join your crew as well? I assume he will, but you should ask him yourself. In Melgovas? Okay. I will certainly do. I don't have any reason to believe Legolas will refuse. I don't see him getting away from Gimli if anything else fails, but no, he's a good friend. He will come along. And going back to the chapter 1 of this storyline, our quote-unquote new 3 hunters that then became 4 when Caebar joined, and now we have a full crew as well. That is so exciting, and I hadn't talked about this either, but boy, we are being given a ship. We are having our own ship. That is so exciting. That is so fitting for Mariner characters as well. I really want to level up my Mariner now. He's just, what, level 15? And I have a couple Balars sitting somewhere in my vault. But I'm not sure if I want to do that for 2 reasons. Why? 1, I want to level my Mariner to at least level 50 so that I can get a grasp of the class and the traits and everything else. But 2, I don't know if using the Valor will prevent me from getting the landscape difficulty titles, and the titles on the Mariner are also really cool. I want to get those as well. So I will think about that in the meantime. But yeah, I really... Boy, I mean, that was the complaint for the class. You are a Mariner, you are a seafarer, and you are... you are stuck in Middle Earth, in the land. And as if the devs knew that would happen, they give your character a ship. So now your Mariner has a ship. That is amazing. Okay. Now, the next closest stop for us should be Leafshade in Tumbamali. Let's try and go talk to him and see what else he has to say. Once again, I have a feeling. And what else can I tell you while we get there? I think I had misunderstood how the landscape difficulty worked. From what I had understood, you just needed to fight mobs around your level range to get the tokens of heroism. But after taking my issue to Reddit, it seems I would only get tokens when I fight mobs on my level or higher, which would explain, of course, why I stopped getting tokens some episodes ago. I think that's when we started out leveling the content because we were leveling too fast. So that would explain the issue. It's a shame. I mean, I understand why lower level mobs wouldn't drop the tokens for you, but I mean, 1 or 2 levels below your range, those guys can still give you a beating, so it would be really nice if they could drop the tokens as well. Well, the upside of that is they don't give you the Eye of Sauron either, so at least in that regard, it compensates. That's what I'm trying to say. boy, I have just realized something. Now that we are recruiting the crew, and we need to revisit many of the locations we have already been to, I think that would have given us the perfect chance of completing the things in Peanut Galen we didn't do, because you would remember we came here to Ost Arndír and to Kraushav, and then we went back here, and then Thorongil got kidnapped, but we missed the entire eastern portion of Peanut Galen. But I think if you're recruiting the crew, you should get the chance of getting there to the eastern portion of Peanut Galen and complete all in a more natural manner. That's what I thought would happen, but I didn't want to risk it, so that's why I completed that before doing this. But now we know, I guess.
You have come back again.
Have you returned to Tumba Mali to bring me news of Nestin and Sorna? You tell Leafshade that you are looking for crew members to sail with you to Umbar, and you hope to rescue both Nestin and Sorne and the young heir of Peanut Galen from the Kindred of the Coins. Leafshade exhales heavily, shaking the lips of his grove. When the leaves finally settle, Leafshade speaks again. I do not like oaths. My friend Nestina Nesorne sailed away on one such vessel, but it is not the first time I have lost a companion to the branches that float. Another friend of mine, Walang the Limlin, built a nest here in Tumba Mali, but a wooden boat passed nearby and he flew over to it. He never came back. Beriathan told me long ago that sailors sometimes take birds with them on their voyages. Perhaps it was the same with Walang. Leafshade slowly extends a long arm down to you. After a moment you realize he's holding a small wooden whistle. If you find Walang, blow this whistle and remind him of Tumba Mali. It may be he has forgotten. And where exactly do I need to look for this friend? Boy, I have no idea. Please tell me you have... Boy, where? I mean... King's Gondor West? I have no idea. And if I... Yeah, quest guide focus. It doesn't... I'm not missing it. It's just a bird, but I'm not missing a bird. My crew will not be incomplete just because I don't know where to look for a freaking bird. I don't know. If a sailor took him away, I guess I'll need to look for him. Well, maybe Lond Cirion. If not, we can go to the Lamroth. Or we can try Elrohir, maybe. I mean, all those are locations we need to revisit anyway. No. Don't fall. I guess we gotta do this without the horse. So yeah, look, all those are locations we need to visit at some point. So I guess no, this is a no-go. Anyway. I guess when we go back there, we might find that bird. I mean, I guess we will still be gathering the crew for the next couple episodes, so I will only worry about this one if all the other crew members are already recruited, except that one. If that comes to pass, then, and if I don't find any clues about it, then I might look it up online or whatever. Please tell me you have a clue. You should have at least a clue. Give me something here.
I do not like boats.
It's the exact same dialogue. I don't know. I have a feeling we have already found this bird. And somehow forgot. I mean, it's just a bird. We would pay attention to that, but I don't know. Crossing my fingers. You do know it's to like their bird bodies, but God, that doesn't make it easy. Yeah, something else I forgot to mention. Now that I'm taking a look at my skills, I also, while running through the Yule Festival, managed to complete one of the hidden deeds in game and got the fire breath emote. I don't think we're ever gonna need to use that one. But maybe we can do every once in a while just for funsies. Now, I don't remember how to leave this place. There was... Yeah. Expect as much. There was a mariner around here that told us what had happened to the Corsair ships. But I don't remember seeing a bird with him. I mean, you're used to some quests being cryptic and require you to actually search and do the work on your own. That's all fine, but something else? An extra clue, please? Anyway, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cross into Peanut Galen from here. And then, well, we're gonna go back to Ost Arndír, and we are gonna basically just do this round path, and we're gonna enter a Anfalas from Eminturk, and that will take us to Melgobas. And after that, we'll return to Western King's Gondor, and we'll take it from there. We need to go all the way to Pelargir anyway, so... So yeah, that's gonna take a while, and I'm still thinking about it. I mean, we can use all our Warden Masters and milestones and everything to basically gather everyone up in 5 minutes or so, but this is one of those occasions in which I really feel like we need to do the traveling for the immersion in this, to actually give you an idea of how thorough we need to be with the crew. At least that's what I think. Now, Elladan and Elrohir helping the people of Peanut Galen after the attack, does that mean they are in Yaffle? Because, I mean, Peanut Gallon is huge, but the only locations we needed to visit for the epic, the only towns, were Yaffle and Ost Arndír. So I really don't see Elladan and Elrohir being someplace else. They should be in one of those two locations. And, well, we already need to visit Ost Arndír to talk to Lady Nauriel, so we can do Yaffle really quick. Let me check Yaffle really quick. Alongside the way we have a Cornworth, but Cornworth was just side quests. Again, I don't see Elladan and Elrohir helping the people there. They are nice guys and all, but going back to the idea of Chekhov's gun, what you're using is tree serves a purpose and comes back, and might be used for many different things as well. And Cornworth was not part of the main story, so yeah, I'm skipping it. This is a level 144 quest. We're really close to getting back to finding enemies on our level. Hopefully that will start giving us tokens again. But that's not gonna happen in Peanut Gallon. And we need to get to the Shield Isles. For all that. Wait, also, I mean, I have the screenshot, the list of all the possible crew members, but I also need to, I don't know, find a way of checking off that list. I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited to go to Umbar, but at the same time, I want to take my time recruiting the crew. I'm so excited. Oh, I mean, we had already met Jajax, so we already know how he's doing. I'm so excited for seeing Sigileth again. I'm so glad they didn't forget about her. Elladan and Elrohir, please tell me where they are. Oh, you're not making this any easier. Are they in Ost Arndír? God. I mean, this doesn't provide any additional information. Please tell me. I mean, might go to Ost Arndír and talk to Lady Nauriel. We're almost out of time for today anyway. That will give me the time to better plan what to do and how to find all these people. Let me see if I can get back to the road. I really gotta check. That list again. I mean, optional crew members, we have Elladan and Elrohir, Rosaran Gallengam, Gangur, and Lipshade. Okay, it's not so hard to keep track of, because you only need to remember half of them, and the quest tracker will take care of the other half. Oh, come on. You're asking for it. I mean, Galgur, Rosanen, and Galangan are easy enough to find, so it seems we're only stopping here by Leafshade and the twins. And if we are able to find Elladan and Elrohir at Ost Arndír, hopefully, then that is one less thing to worry about. And I do know I said we really should be traveling, and I intend to keep doing that, but maybe I should be using the worsted? I haven't used the worsted in a long time. Partially because after Mordor, when they didn't scale properly, you can get more hits with your regular steed than with your worsted, but I really haven't tried this much ever since the worsteds were revamped. They got increased morale and everything, so maybe we don't need to worry about that. And skip some of these ore deposits because they are surrounded by hogs, by Endervile, and I'm not in the mood to fight them right now. Easy ones like this one? Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it. Like this one, sure. Rich deposits might be worth the hassle, but other than that, can safely skip them, I guess. Oh, rich deposit, yeah. This is what I mean. Not that useful, but, well, worth checking out anyway. Now, it is possible that the bird somehow also came to Ost Arndír. I mean, it still has a dock. Mariners visit that place as well. Or at least they should. Go along the Limlin. I don't remember ever finding a bird. Here on the lower section of Ost Arndír, any sign of a bird? Elladan, Elrohir, anyone? No? Pity. I have a feeling the answer for that bird is so much more simple than I imagine right now. I'm gonna feel like a dumb guy when I finally find that bird. Please tell me Lady Nauriel at least will give me another clue as to where to find Elladan and Elrohir Tolkien.
Queen Arwen's brothers. Aye, they spoke of tracking down corsairs after the raid upon Tomb Roast.
I do not know exactly where they might have gone since, but you should begin your search for them somewhere near Yaffle. That's what I was doing! That's what I was doing, of course, that's self-evident, but no, you had to still make me talk to this guy first. Music in here after what happened to poor Thorongil is so sad. And of course Lady Nauriel is upstairs again. The other side. Boy.
Every day that passes brings my son further into danger.
There must be no more delay. I will join the crew of the Wave Hunter, so I may ask the kindred of the coins to return Thorongil, but I will ask only once. If they refuse, I will bloody my sword and then my shield on their carcasses. They have remained unused for too long anyway. My husband Caebar always speaks of the need for patience and for thinking things through, but see where that has gotten us. Our son stolen away by enemies of Gondor. Well, they have made an enemy of Nauriel, and she does not forgive as readily as Gondor. Recruit the crew you think we will need for the voyage, Beriathan, but remember the need I have for haste. Will you retrieve my sword and shield from the armory on the lower level? I have had the sword sharpened and the shield reinforced since the corsairs raided Tomb Roast, and they should now be ready for me. Yeah, she is ready. In battle gear and everything, so I will certainly do so. Now, I have a question. Because Caebar said we might talk to Caebar and ask him anyway, even though he will most likely refuse, but where can I find this Caebar? Huh? Is he hopefully downstairs? Or where exactly? I really want to talk to him. Just to meet the guy. He's Thorongil's father's in any case, and he also deserves at least some assurance, some promise that will bring his boy back. Don't have permission to use that. That is, of course, the exit back to the town. Sword and shield. There we go. Yeah, we can talk to Caebar. That's awesome. Might I speak with you for a moment? Is that you? You don't look like the Lord of the Keep.
I am no fighter. My wife has always been the firebrand.
I am no fighter, Beriathan, but that does not mean I do not want my son safely returned to his home. My wife has always been the firebrand, and she has temper enough for the both of us, but she matches it, nay, she exceeds it with her martial skill. There are none more deadly in all the green hills with a blade than she. I am unlike my brother, you know. Doing he rode to Minas Tirith with trumpets and banners, and when he came back he did so without his sons, but they were of fighting age. My Thorongil was not. But he has been taken away all the same, and now I must rely upon my dangerous wife to retrieve him. Do I risk losing them both? These are the thoughts that keep me awake at night, Beriathan. I will remain here to oversee Nauriel while Nauriel is away, but my thoughts will stay alongside her as she rides the waves to Umbar. I will give her a favor to carry into battle, so she knows her husband's heart goes with her. Caebar ties a small handkerchief to the hilt of his wife's sword. At least we talked to the guy, that's what I wanted, yeah. But as I said, he didn't look anything like the Lord of the Keep, if you ask me.
Thank you for bringing me my equipment, and for speaking with my husband.
I will carry his favor into battle on behalf of our son Thorongil, should battle prove necessary. My husband would be the first to tell you he is no fighter, but I love him all the more for it. I do our fighting for us, and without regret. Carandolian will see that Peanut Gelin does not suffer in my absence, and when I return, I will return with our son, and only his father will celebrate more loudly and happily than I. I will await your command and the rest of your crew at the Wave Hunter. Nauriel, Knight of the Green Hills, has joined your crew. Awesome! So that's the first one. We have 9 more to go. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe that bird we're looking for will be located in the Wave Hunter. Makes sense. And we'll need to get to the Wave Hunter at some point, so hopefully that'll be the answer. Oh boy, we have already taken too long in here. Okay, that means we'll need to leave it at that, but join me on the next one as we continue gathering our crew. For the time being, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.